I bet, man. Yes, sir. I want to welcome everybody to the first Mr. Power Universe podcast episode. We got your boy PowerIsFire from Instagram. Tell the people what's up, man.
What's up? What's up? Just here, showing my boy love for his first podcast.
Yes, sir. So I do have a lot of questions or whatever, but like I just want to get into first, like, how'd you get into Power? What made you fuck with it so much? What made you kind of want to start doing the content and everything like that?
So basically, I'm a late fan, so I didn't start watching Power until like 2021.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like really late, and I only did that because I ended up getting a new job, and uh, and basically I needed a TV, so I was like, you know what, I moved into this new spot. I'm gonna get a TV, and I'm gonna bless the TV with like watching something from scratch. So I
Yeah,
just it's like, you know what, everybody keep talking about Power, Power this, Power that. So I'm like, I might as well start with Power, because I knew the new season of Ghost was coming out soon. So I didn't start watching until 2021 would have been season two of Ghost.
yeah. So you
So
knew.
yeah, pretty new. Yeah, well, not anymore now, but at the time, yeah. So I was fresh because I had never watched it. So and what made me interested in it was I started following Paige Hurd, and then obviously Paige Hurd at that time posted all the time with Michael Rainey. So I'm like, well, like, what is this? What is this show like? Whatever. So I was interested in it, but I knew in order to watch The Ghost, I had to start from the beginning, and I'm glad I did because obviously I went through and watched everything. So I had to watch so I watched BMF just because, and then I watched Ghost.
We don't fuck with PMF over here.
Right. Then I watched all 6 seasons of Power, 6.5 seasons, and then Raising Kanan, I watched the first season of that. Because two came out after the fact, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I just started watching all of them, and then I finally got to the point where by the time episode three of season two aired, I was fully up to date. So I
So what
watched
made
I
you
watched
wanna? Yeah,
episode three live, and I was like, oh wow, now I feel like a real fan.
yeah. She got real.
Oh my god, it got real after that.
So when did you go from like, I'm just watching this shit to like, oh, I'm trying to start making like content and take it to like another stage?
I think this is probably everybody origin story or whatever. So I started watching like Mark Dart, Movie Bot.
That's my
um,
guy, my God.
Right. So, I started watching all of the YouTubers who was doing it at the time, Nate Almighty, like all of them that was like, just making content. So I was just like, oh, well, this is interesting because I'm a big YouTuber head anyway. So I'm like, I might as well, watch some power content. Why not?
Yeah.
So I started watching the breakdowns and then their theory videos and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I think now I'm a super fan. So I started joining all of the Facebook Live
What's
or
good?
all the Facebook groups and whatever. And then obviously Instagram had a bunch of different pages, right? So I started following like some of the pages, and one of the pages in particular, which is not running anymore, but thank God. But anyway, so that page happened to be at the time that was the biggest page, but like he used to always like ask me like, hey, like you got any ideas? So I used to like, hey, you should do this, or you should do this, or you could do this if you want to like freshen up your content or whatever. And he would like take it and run with it, right? So I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm thinking to myself like, why am I helping the next man with his
You can do
content
that
when
shit.
I could do the same
Yeah.
thing and I have all the ideas?
Facts.
So eventually I just was like, you know what? I'm sitting in my apartment. So now I moved from because I was living on campus for a second, and then I moved off campus because they had gave me like a little grace period area. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting there and I had moved everything in and I'm just laying there just bored. And it just happened to be my sister's birthday. I don't know. And then April 13th, 22 is when I started the page. And then I just uploaded a few. And then, like I said, after the first week, I got 500 followers. And after that, the rest
Bro,
just
that's
started.
crazy.
Yeah, like I was
Going
I
that
was
fast
hyped
on
after that first
Instagram is
100. I was like,
wild.
whoa, 100, and then at the 500, and then like at the end of the first 2 weeks, I had 2,000. I said, oh,
Wow.
now I know
I don't
I
even got
got.
2,000 now.
Yeah, well, definitely not now, like it took me like 6 months. After 6 months, I hit 50K, and the day I hit 50,000 followers, I think I had reposted like Anika Nani Rose, the one I played jukebox, and literally that same day that I hit 50,000, Courtney Kemp followed me, and after that, I
Yo,
said,
what?
"Oh, I'm going to the moon."
That's insane. Did
Right,
you like have
but
any like interactions with her or anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, once in a while she'll like comment and say little stuff like that. Um but yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the moon. But well, unfortunately for me, and fortunately at the same time, I came in like I started my page after the first season of Force. That was our first 3 month break.
Yeah.
And then it was like a huge drought. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna come in right now and make some noise because ain't no show running, and I'm like I got full of new material and stuff that I want to do. So
Mhm.
that's why I blew up so fast. And like I said, after like maybe 3 4 months, I hit like 50,000, and that was right before Raising Canaan. And every season of every show, I've pretty much gained another 50,000 followers.
Really?
But the biggest obviously was Ghost season 3 and BMF season 2. BMF season 2 I gained like 65,000 during that season. And then when Ghost season 3 aired, I gained 85,000. Just
Damn.
off those two shows alone. So it was just like, you know what I mean? Raising Canaan was like another 45. Like it was just like boom, 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 boom. It was
Wow.
hitting me
I
all
didn't
at
even know
once.
you did BMF content like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I only did BMF because I was bored. Because I was like, I'm bored. It's nothing else to do. So I'm
Everybody
like, I
says
might as
that.
well, I don't got no other content about BMF. So I started posting BMF stuff that went skyrocket. So I got a following for everything. So I'm just like, I might as well just basically just do the 50 verse,
Yeah,
because it's in my bio. So I'm like, I might as well do content on it. And like I said, that was a good decision because, obviously I'm followed by all of the showrunners basically, with the exception of Mahoney that does Ghost, because I don't think he has an Instagram.
yeah.
But Sasha Penn follows me.
Wow.
Um, yeah, spelled with a T, the one that does all of the clothes and costume designs for Raising Canaan. She follows me as well. The BMF
Wow.
showrunner follows me. The costume designer for BMF follows me as well. Like, so I got like literally I have a following from all the people. Gary Lennon. Um,
Tough.
they all like are in tune with the page, and then obviously I got the nomination. So that's where I started.
So that nomination, you think you about to win?
No, hell no, definitely not.
Why you
Yeah,
say that?
no, Brian, ain't gonna lie to you. That's like, first off, if it was just the fan pages, just like overall, I think Power TV Stars would probably win,
Okay. I know that.
just because like they've been doing it for so long, and they have a really good page, and all the celebrities like all know that page for sure.
Hmm.
I haven't been doing it for that long. Like I said, I'm closing in on 2.5 years, so so I can understand the fans, liking that page a little bit more just because it's been around longer. You know what I mean? Like all the other
Yeah.
pages been around longer than me. I kind of just came out of nowhere. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely the biggest, but I don't think I'm necessarily the best in some eyes. Um, but I try to make sure I put up different content, new content. I'm trying to do different things from all the other pages. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
post a typical picture here and there, but like I'm trying to like kind of do other things. So now I want to kind of put my face to the camera a little bit more and do stuff like that.
So what's your goal with this? Like, are you trying to get into like being a host, like an actor, or is it just like, nah, I just enjoy doing this. It's fun for me.
My
Because
my
everybody
goal
has like an
has
ulterior motive when they do shit like this. Like,
my goal has always been to become media for the show, because I'm like,
yeah.
well, I got into it because like I really love the show, but after a while, after I seen the following and I seen like what I can do to the algorithm, I was
Mhm.
like, you know what, maybe I should be getting invited to the premieres and be able to do interviews and stuff like that. But unfortunately, those opportunities have not really come yet. I have been to a premiere, but I wasn't necessarily invited from Stars. So I'm hoping
Same.
things change, but unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, it's just like, some people are just in the loop. Some people get lucky, and I'm just not one of those people. But it's okay, But that's that's
I feel
that's
like
my
these
goal
people
into
do
it.
it.
That's why I started it.
That's what's up. What's up? All right, let's get into some power stuff. There's one question that I gotta ask because I feel like this is the biggest topic still to this day, and it's been years. Is Ghost dead? And do you think he's gonna make a return?
Well, first to the first question, I don't think it matters if Ghost is alive or dead, because I personally would not want him to interact with Tariq, at least yet. I think it should be some years before we see that interaction between the two. So whether Ghost is alive or dead, I think Tariq's storyline is his storyline. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to
Yeah.
like do like a whole build up of his character and how his progression starts. Or
Hmm.
even really Tariq's origin story is really kind of like Ghost's origin story, low key. Because I mean, really, to be honest with you, a lot of people don't realize like the original Power is obviously centered around Kanan for sure, and it's centered around like Ghost and his interactions and all the things that he was doing. But it's really Tariq's raising Kanan.
Yeah,
Like when you
I
think
would
about
agree
it.
with that, but I feel like Tariq wasn't like he didn't really become like a main character type shit till like later though. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
but
he
neither
was
was Kanan. Kanan was sprinkled through in the first couple of seasons or whatever. But now in season three, you start to see him build up a little bit more, and
yeah,
now like he's gonna now take over the mantle. I think with Tariq, it's just like we saw him from literally a kid, and then
yeah,
slowly but surely, like, hey, like what got him into selling drugs? We know all of those answers. We know all of the girls that he talked to. We know all of the bad situations that led him to turn into the dark character we see today. So like
yeah. I
that's
never
really
thought
his
of it like
origin
that.
story. We don't know. Ghost is about to get an origin, him and
Yeah.
Tommy. So we don't really know Ghost's origin and why he, felt like he did. Like he'll say certain things, but we don't know what the truth is and what's not. Because everything was from Ghost's perspective.
See, that's what I always be trying to tell people. Like when I be seeing people having these conversations about his character, I'm like, where do people get these conclusions? We don't know nothing about him. Still, we really
Right.
don't really know anything about him.
But
We've
that's a good thing.
kind of seen him as a finished product. Yeah,
That's a good thing. Yeah. And I
yeah,
tell people that all the time. They be like, Tariq not better than Ghost. He shouldn't be. He's freaking 19.
yeah.
You know what I mean? 20 years old
He
max.
should
Like,
not, be, bruh.
yeah, he about to turn 21. So it's like, like I don't understand what you thought Tariq was about to be kingpin number one. No, that would be unrealistic.
I feel like a
And
lot
that's
of
the
people they think that because the show is called Power Book Two Ghost, they feel like okay, Tariq's supposed to like surpass him or whatever. But that doesn't really seem like the case. I feel like they just use that name to promote the show. Because what's really the name for calling it Ghost? Ghost
the
ain't in
the
it.
right, but the ghost's not in it. But the theme of book two is Tariq trying to become what his father is, and to really become the person that he despised the most.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But again, he will get to that point. I just don't think it needs to be now. But we can kind of see where those dark things kind of lie. But I don't think they were able to really achieve what they really set out to do
definitely
because
not.
they're ending the show so soon.
Yeah. So I mean, you just said like you don't think he's gonna get there now. It's the last
No,
season. So like,
it was
yeah.
to me, Ghost was pointless.
You think so?
If you're gonna name it Ghost, it was pointless to name it Ghost after what we got.
Yeah.
Because what did he didn't like he had sprinkles of it, but he never fully turned into Ghost. You can't tell me at the end of season four that he's gonna become this big kingpin.
Yeah.
That
No.
would be unrealistic and corny.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree with
Now
that.
to answer your second question, do I think Ghost will return? Yes, I think Ghost will eventually return. I just don't think it will be um a situation where he's saving Tariq or when he walks up on Tariq. I think they may show him maybe, but I don't think it's really related. But I just feel like if you do that again, I feel like that's also corny because
Hmm.
now you have to create another spinoff to tell the story of how Ghost got to where he is, and Stars is not going to do that. So what's the point?
Yeah. So you think if he does come back, it'll be like as a live character? Because I've always said like if they was gonna do it, it should have been like that hallucination scene in episode 5. I felt like that was the best time to bring Ghost back in that little scene. You
Mm-mm,
don't think so?
no,
Why
I
not?
don't think that. I don't think that we needed the. I don't think that we needed a scene with Tariq. The other stuff, cool, like with him being a father and all that. That was a good hallucination, like
Man, that shit
portion.
was cheesy, bro.
Right. Not with him being a dad. Like with him being a
Yeah.
dad and Diana shooting him and Kane shooting him. That was good. I like that hallucination portion. I just think that if it was going to be, and this could be foreshadowing something, maybe he's taken out by someone that he loves, but it's not himself. Hopefully Braden. That would be the best way to end Ghost is Braden killing Tariq
Man,
or shooting
stop
him.
it. Stop it,
Because
bro.
think about it. Think about
Ain't
it.
no
What
way.
what audience member or what audience or what fan or what anybody that's watching the show who would predict that? Nobody.
True.
So the fact that Braden they're already setting up they're already building the building blocks, bro. He had that big ass argument with him. He's basically telling Tariq like, "Yo, like all this shit that I've done for you," and I feel like it never trumps your latest crisis. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So they already showing that separation. So it may turn into a situation where Maybe Tariq does something that Braden really really hates, and then he chooses to take him out, and that's how they end. That's how they end book two.
Don't you
That would
feel
be
like
the
that's a
best ending.
contradiction though? Don't you feel like that's a contradiction? Because we clearly see they're trying to make Braden and Tariq like Ghost and Tommy. And we know their brotherhood was like this. Even when they tried to kill each other, they still couldn't do it. So if you're
Right.
trying to mimic that, Braden killing Tariq just doesn't really make much sense.
But that's the thing. Obviously, we're gonna argue back and forth till we
Yeah.
blue in the face on the
Yeah.
cliffhanger of damn, did he really kill Tariq or did he just shoot him?
So you think it's going to end on a cliffhanger? I feel like that too, bro.
Absolutely.
Because I've been hearing all of this talk. I don't know if they telling the truth or not. But a lot of them is saying that they didn't know that the show was coming to an end. I don't know if I believe that. But if it's true, then like, how was this supposed to end? Because that means they thought they was going to do a season five. If they was going to do a season five, there's no way Tariq is dying because he's the main guy.
Right, but you gotta think of it like this, right? You got a situation where if that actually does happen and Braden is the one that attempts to take out Tariq, number one, not only is that a big cliffhanger, but if Tariq survives, now the spinoff is him having Braden has as an enemy, which Braden in the whole Ghost has been loyal to Tariq. So
Hmm.
now it gets to the point where now them two are at war with each other. What technically would still be along the lines of what Ghost and Tommy was doing,
Yeah.
because remember, Tommy's ulterior motive was to kill Ghost, but he ended up hitting
Shout
Angela.
out to Angela. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. I don't think they do that same. They don't need to do that same storyline, but they
Yeah.
can do it so that Braden takes tries to take Tariq out. And again, no fan would ever see that coming because that's how you make it not corny. So that the spinoff is now Tariq is surviving the gunshot. Now he realizes, damn, like my most loyal friend tried to take me out. But why did he try to take me out? And he
Hmm.
realizes all of the stuff that he's done to Braden. But at the same time, he's on angry mode because now he like, well, you tried to fucking kill me, so now we gotta go at war. So the whole next spinoff is him going at war with Braden and him also trying to get out the game while also trying to raise his baby. Perfect.
Okay. So let's talk about that, right? These spinoffs and shit. So you think Tariq's gonna be in another spinoff, like in the near
Absolutely.
future,
1000%. 1000%.
surrounded around him?
No. I think they may revolve it around Diana
Diana, really?
for sure.
You
And
think she's gonna
Tariq,
survive?
yeah, absolutely.
So what about the baby then?
I think the baby should survive because to me that makes the best storyline. But
Mm,
it's up to them. But I think if you're going to have a spinoff, those two things need to happen because we gotta have a sense of like, okay, Diana's alive. Diana's about to take care of this baby. She's trying to make sure that Tariq gets out the game. Now Tariq really wants out the game because he almost
mm,
lost his life to his best friend. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yo, I just wrote some craziness right now.
This nigga think he corny. Okay, okay, okay.
but that was the best. That's the best way I think it could go down. But I think
So
Diana survives and she may lead the next spinoff. Maybe even her and Effie.
wow, Effie. See,
Hmm.
okay, so that's a perfect transition, right? I don't really understand the point of her character no more. Like, have you
Right.
noticed we haven't really seen her this season? So it's
I think
like
it's a reason for that
you think that's purposeful.
for sure.
Because I did hear some rumors that apparently we're supposed to see her mom in part two or something
Yep.
like that. But I'm just like, what part does she really play if her and Tariq don't have like a relationship no more? I feel like her whole character was centered around her relationship with Tariq. Now that like his future is looking like it's going to be with Diana, I mean, what role does she really play? And then she's trying to get out the game, bro. We know people don't get out the game in Power.
Right, but I mean, like we gotta kind of pay attention to how Ghost is really ran because obviously,
Hmm.
it does center around Tariq because it is Tariq's technical story to an extent, but we all know it's not really centered around Tariq.
They
The
don't feel like
story
that
of
right now.
Ghost is the Tahada story.
Mm.
Tariq St. Patrick is the continuation of power. So he is the last sole main character that is left from OG. So his
Tasha?
storyline is always going to be a thing, right? But
What about
then
Tasha?
when you look at
What about Tasha?
Tasha, I think they kind of phased out a little
Yeah,
bit more because I think if you also try to tell the story of Tasha and Tariq, it's too much going on.
yeah.
So that's why I think they phased out her character and showed Tariq like, yo, you won't have your mother in season two. So now you got to figure this shit out on your own.
Facts. I
You
like
know what I
that
mean? So I
too.
think that was a great way to kind of slowly but surely build him out. But again, Tasha comes in and out just to kind of keep the storyline going of the OG
Mhm.
power. And same with Tommy coming back in. They
Yeah.
just fit the same, people kind of coming in and out. But the story of Ghost, the new story of Ghost, the reason why it's a spinoff is because of the Tejada family, and the whole first half of the season was very Tejada family focused.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people were saying that. They was like, it don't even feel like it's Tariq's show no more. Like it's just been Tejada, 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 Tejada. But like they've been getting dropped off now for a couple seasons. Like that family's slowly getting smaller and smaller. So I don't
Right.
know what they're trying to do there. You think they're gonna be in the spinoff? Like, could you see them being in the spinoffs outside of like
Yeah.
Diana, obviously?
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think, but I don't think that they're gonna focus it the same. I think we're gonna lose maybe another member of we're gonna lose another member for sure of the
Who you
Tata
think?
family. Everybody keeps saying it's Drew. I think for shock value it needs to be Kane
Kane?
for sure.
Ah, I feel like the fans will be pissed though. Like that's one of the
But
biggest characters.
but let's be honest, what fan is gonna be pissed about Drew dying?
True, true, true.
None of them. So if Drew survives, then that's every single fan prediction being wrong.
Yeah. But it's like I don't really see Drew's character. I feel like his character arc is coming to an end. I feel like he's just been crashing out for so long now. Where do you go with him? Like I feel like the only thing left is to kill him off. Like he about to get arrested and all of that. Like
Well, if
he
you haven't
stole from
noticed,
Kane and
they've
Noma.
been
Like it's not
yeah,
looking
but
good for him.
they've been slowly but surely kind of fading out the gay storyline,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank God.
which is making but which is making Drew's
Yo.
character a little bit more tolerable to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
definitely agree
So,
with that.
and we got his origin story of him committing his first murder.
Yeah.
You
That's
know what I mean?
kind of why I
So,
felt like he's gonna die because I feel like when they start going into the origins and the past, usually those characters get taken out. Like it's like they try to make you feel bad, and then boom, they just get rid of them.
but I don't think they try to make you feel bad about Monet. It just showed me it to me. It just showed me that Monet is even more of a dark
Yeah,
character because of what she made her
yeah,
kids do. She made her kids get into it when they was like 10, 11.
yeah. Younger shit. It looked like they was
Younger than
backing
that,
up the
yeah. They might
coke.
have been like
Yeah,
9.
that's crazy, bro.
Right.
You think she's gonna live after all of that?
Do I think she's gonna live?
Like, you think
Um,
she's gonna survive after us seeing like how bad she really was and the shit that she was doing? I feel like her character has to get some type of punishment.
yeah, jail, which
Yeah,
is where a lot of characters need to go.
yeah. I feel like that's too easy though.
It's
I
too
feel
easy to
like
put them in jail.
it's an easy way out for her. You know what I'm saying? Like if she go to jail, there's obviously a possibility she could get out.
Even better.
It's not really a permanent, you know what I mean, like situation type shit.
Even better, but I think someone like Monet is always felt like she was untouchable. So then when
Yeah.
these characters are not untouchable,
Hmm.
then they have to sit in jail and contemplate what they're going to do when they get out. Like a
Right.
Kanan, and he came out and caused havoc. But he did his full 10 years.
Yeah, he did that shit.
Right. We did 9 of the 10, but it still is like I don't know. I feel like they setting up the storyline so well, but I think it's time for some of the characters to get locked up. I'm sorry, like you killing them all for what? Like it's so much. Okay, so I was talking to this. I think I said this in my live the other day, and I'm like, yo, you could have did so much more with Dre's character if you just kept him in jail.
Facts. I agree with that.
So much more. If he
Yeah.
gets out, if he gets out and causes havoc in Ghost, it's a totally different storyline. Way better, actually.
Yeah. I feel like they killed him because they felt so much pressure from the fans, like to just kill his character off. I feel like they didn't want to do that because I feel like Rotimi was killing it. Like he was one of my favorite characters. I feel like they could have done so much with him. And apparently, there's a rumor that he was supposed to be like the one who's going to be like the next Ghost per se, but he
Yeah.
was like, nah, like I want to be a villain instead, which I agree with because I feel like him as a villain was way better.
But this is the thing, right? I think they could have easily gave him a spinoff. And to be
Hmm.
honest with you, influence should have centered around Tate and Dre.
Dre,
Absolutely.
you see
Because
Dre being
of
in the political world.
Not no, because of Dre's influence on the club network.
Okay, okay,
And
yeah.
he was naturally good at that. You know
He
what I
was the
mean?
boss.
Where Ghost, it just seemed like it was taking Ghost a little bit, but he figured it out and was able to get it. But Dre, technically speaking, was Ghost without the snitching.
But I feel like you can't really say that it came easier to him because he did have Ghost as a mentor type shit though. Like who
He
did Ghost
did
have teaching him the club shit? I mean, I guess you could say Stern, but like he was more of a competitor than like a mentor at first.
for sure.
Yeah,
Um, but I just personally feel like Dre had a lot more to do, man. Like he
potential.
could have did so much more, especially like I said with the clubs and you know what I mean, washing his money through the clubs.
Yeah,
Dre could have been on some like different type of time, and then obviously Tariq needed him in different scenarios. Like, oh my
mhm,
god, it would have been
yeah.
crazy.
That's one thing I feel like a lot of people talk about with the OG Power is like they have so many characters that they just fumble. Like whether it be the villains, whether it be Dre, like a lot of these characters could be like the characters that they bringing back into Ghost are the ones that we don't really care about. Like Paz, like we don't really care for her. Blanca, like it's just it don't hit as hard as some of the OG characters did, man.
Wait, what's that? The characters that they bring about?
Yeah,
You
like the
froze.
characters that they bringing back, like Paz, Blanca, like we
Mhm.
don't really care for them. Like they don't really add shock value to the storyline like that. Like
But
what is Paz's
they could
purpose now
easily
that her son
they
is gone?
but they could because I feel like the writers is fumbling. Paz personally, I've always said this. Paz should kill Tasha
What?
as an eye for an eye moment.
Come on, but why? It's not Tasha's fault that Angela's
Tariq,
dead.
yes, but you got to remember that whole St. Patrick's family, right? She literally has. I think she eventually lost her father. I think his father, the father, eventually passed.
Papi.
Now Junior's dead. Now Angela's dead. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
now they're looking at it from this family has literally took away everything from me, and she knew from out the gate that it could have been Tariq. So,
yeah.
as an eye for an eye situation, Paz takes out Tasha in front of Tariq. Even if she dies, it's okay. But at the end of the day, that again is huge shock value because now it's like, damn, now Tasha's gone. What does this mean for Tariq? Because now we know that's the only thing stopping Tariq from becoming dark.
Monster, yeah.
Like it's over after that. So I think that is another way I would like end the show too. Like that would be huge. Like him just like watching Sasha, fight for her life and then end up passing in the hospital. Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
that would make the internet go crazy.
See, there was a scene. I don't know if you peeped it. There was a scene in the trailer where Tariq is kind of like this, and like he had the tears coming out of his face. Some people think that might have been Tasha, or some people think it's Diana losing the baby. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see this baby making it. I just can't see it. I
I, I
cannot see it
I said that too, but I just personally think that they can go very far with that storyline. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
because
I
does
just
that
feel
even
like
feel realistic to you for someone like
yes.
Diana who's in the streets having a baby?
Yes.
How
That's
I don't
that's the
know.
definition of realistic. The fact that it hasn't been no one getting pregnant in the show in 10 years is crazy to me. It's like come on now,
Yeah,
like Tariq out here
yeah.
with all these girls and he's
Facts.
just wailing through all of these beautiful ass women.
That's
Eventually
facts.
one of them is gonna get pregnant, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That does make sense. That does make a lot of sense. I feel like it's very interesting because like it's with a Tejada. So it's like, what's the dynamic going to be like between Tariq and the Tejadas now? I mean, Monet seems like she don't really care like that, but
No,
Kane
she
is like,
cares.
we know.
She's ecstatic. She's ecstatic. She wants her
I'm saying like
grandchild.
she's not as upset as like a Kane would be because you know what I'm saying. Like Kane is like,
Upset.
yo, you,
How is Monet upset? She loves Tariq like her son. She literally
yeah,
says that.
yeah,
So now
yeah.
he literally becomes her a potential son-in-law.
That's
So
so
now she's
wild.
really excited about it. But
That's why
Drew
I feel like the
don't like
baby's
him.
gonna die. I feel like they're building this storyline up. Cause think about it, right? Before this little pregnancy thing, like everybody was saying, Diana gotta go. Now they kind of easing up on her because it's Tariq's baby, blah blah blah. I feel like they're building up that storyline to get us invested in their relationship, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? do the unthinkable, get rid of the baby, and then at that point, it's like, what's keeping them from being enemies again? What's keeping
Right, but
Renee and Tariq
think
from being
think about
enemies?
it. If you think about it like this, right? What is the worst scenario for Tariq? Is it Diana staying alive and having the baby, or is it Diana losing the baby and then that storyline just fades out? The best storyline is Tariq having the baby because it's a consequence for his actions.
Yeah,
If
but is
Diana
it really a
loses the baby,
consequence?
then Tariq basically skates out.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that because it seems like he wants it. Like if he was like, nah, like I'm not with it, I'm not trying to be involved, I'd be like, all right. But like it seems like he's already ready to step up and be a dad. I feel like that's the biggest consequence is losing your kid
No, it's
before
losing
you.
your time.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like because he
yeah.
can't sell drugs the same having a young newborn baby,
Facts. Yeah.
or if he sells drugs at all. Because now he has a reason. Once he talks to Tasha, Tasha's gonna talk him out of the game.
You think that actually gonna fall through though? I mean, how many times they didn't done that back and forth? Oh, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get in. The reality is like he lost his trust fund, right?
Right. Yep.
So like going legit ain't really an option right now. I feel like.
Well, he lost his cash. He can't
Yeah,
like he can't lose the clubs. Like he got all that still.
yeah,
He just lost all the cash money he had coming. It's over.
yeah.
But it's okay. But I don't know.
Fumbled that.
I just think that Tariq needs to lose some things because you can't sell drugs and then also be legit. Like
Yeah, you can't.
he has to learn that lesson. But you can't also just stop selling drugs and then you know what I mean. Like I
Nothing
feel like
happens.
it's realistic. You are always going to be in the game whether you want in or out.
Mm,
And he has to learn that, and eventually that's when it ties back into the title of Ghost, is that no matter how much you try to get out of the game, you're gonna still be in the game.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I was asking you, at what point in the original Power did Ghost become completely legit? The last episode of the damn show is when he was like, all right, now I'm officially legit. I've won the election. Now I'm just chilling. And then he gets taken out
Yeah.
by his own
I
son.
knew he was gonna get taken out too, bro. I could literally tell they was foreshadowing it, bro. He was taking too many wins and he was talking too crazy. And then had introduced like his uncle or whatever. I was like, yeah, he about to die. I was like, we ain't seen none of Ghost family the whole series.
Right.
Now y'all want to introduce Uncle Gabe or whatever? I was like, nah, he gonna go.
And that's a fumble too, because Uncle Gabe should have had a bigger like storyline.
Role in book two,
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like he would have been a good storyline for Tariq and everything.
for sure.
So, did you see that video that Tommy posted where he was pretty much talking about like the end of Force?
Yeah.
Where do you see that going? Like, cause he pretty much said like the journey's not over. That's why like it's so confusing, bro. Like, they ended all these shows,
Hmm.
but now he's saying that his journey's not over. They canceled Ghost, which is like the biggest fucking show of all. Like, why?
Right.
Why you think they canceled it?
Well, that's two different questions, but one
Yeah.
question for Tommy, as far as Tommy goes, and I said this on my live too the other day.
Mhm.
Tommy needs to get ran out of the city,
Out of Chicago?
out of Chicago completely. He needs to get ran out of the city by it needs to be a situation like Ghost was, where all of these different people was gunning for him for a different
Mm,
purpose. Like
okay.
you got Shanti, who can't stand Tommy. You got Claudia, who is now gonna want revenge. Obviously after she survives that, because he called her and basically told her like, yeah, I'm the one that's making this hit. Yeah, so if she survives that, she's gonna gun for him if she gets out.
Facts. Facts.
So that's number two. Then you got Vic,
Denard.
who he's playing with basically. Then you got Diamond and Jannard, who Diamond is
Mm,
now not really on the side of Tommy because Tommy is out here talking as if he's the reason for all of this. It's like, oh bro, you wouldn't have did none of this without my help. So I
facts.
don't think him and Diamond are gonna be on the same page. Jannard already hates him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got Miguel. So all of these different people. Oh, hold on. And then you have Stacy Marks.
The
So
Fed.
all
Yeah.
of these people are hating on him, and then I personally feel like the reason why we haven't seen Jenny is because Jenny is now with the Force.
You think so?
I think so because she was researching that whole mob situation or whatever in Chicago. So I think that that is gonna lead her to Chicago, and then she's gonna find out if Sax didn't find out ahead of time that he's still alive.
Yeah, that's crazy. How that's one of the storylines in Power to me that don't really make much sense. How like you can't just be dead in one state like that and just go to another. Like that's not realistic
It's not realistic, but
at
it can
all.
happen. But my biggest thing is Tommy is walking around, driving the same car. He's
That's
doing
what
all
I'm
of the same things.
saying.
Right. So
Doing the
eventually,
same shit.
yeah, but eventually they don't care in Chicago because they want him for a different reason. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But they called New York. New York want nothing. They want nothing to do with it. They laughed him
yeah,
off the phone.
yeah.
So okay,
Fuck
cool.
that.
Right. Until one of them take it serious and then they go on and investigate it. So that's why I think Jenny would be perfect to kind of join that because she's already technically was on the Force storyline. Same with Blanca, who hasn't shout out to Blanca, who hasn't been you know what I mean, involved.
Oh
So
my word.
you got so many people that's gunning for Tommy to the point where he literally has to change locations.
Wow. I didn't even think about it like that.
That's how I should
I
have.
feel like it's been like that since he got to Chicago though. Don't you feel like everybody's been
Yes.
like, who's this new white boy? Like, but he didn't taking over like really quick.
Right, but Tommy is becoming too cocky for his own good.
Yeah, he definitely is. With the
You know what I'm
Berea
saying?
thing and
So
everything.
right. So I just feel like personally, even if Claudia gets out, I would love to see that interaction between her and Vic. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Her knowing that Vic was the one that actually set her up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah. That family.
Season 3 is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, when I was at the premiere or whatever, that's one of the things that he was talking about when they was interviewing him. He was like, "Yeah, season 3 is." He said, and he was like, "It's gonna be the best season ever in Power." I was like, "Bro, you probably just saying that because it's your show. Like you biased. Of course you're gonna say that,
Yeah, but at the same time, I personally me, I like Force season 2 better than I like Raising Kanan season 3.
bro. Why are you hating on Raising Kanan season 3? We need to talk about that, bro. What was your
That
problem with the
that
season?
season was it was mid, bro. Like again,
Mid?
and this is me coming from a I love Raising Canaan. Yes, take away Ronnie, take away the fact that Unique was still alive. What happened in season 3?
Yeah,
Crickets. Ronnie carried, and Unique coming back was so huge that it boosted the season. But other than that, like I love the Butter storyline, right? That was cool how they incorporated that.
mhm.
But then Butter just all of a sudden just dismantled out of nowhere. Okay, like over a rumor, she all she did was get brought in by the police. That's it. That no charges was brought, none of that. So her getting kicked out of the group because the cop had to talk to her is crazy. That
Yeah,
was a stupid storyline.
they definitely forced that.
Right. That was it was like, come on, like y'all did all of this work trying to get us to like the group. We like the group, and then you dismantle it. Oh my God. Then I do like how they famous storyline was good. I
I
love
did
famous
like his
storyline.
storyline. The only thing about
Yeah.
famous storyline that pissed me off was like the shit that his mom did with the gun. Like I felt like that was so dumb. Like you find a gun in your son's house, and the first thing you do is go to the Fed. You don't even talk to him.
Yeah,
Like
that didn't make no
that's
sense.
insane to me.
Right. Because it's just like, damn, like you really set him up for failure. Like him
Yeah,
going to jail is not more beneficial because he's gonna come out and not have no opportunities. So now he's forced to either definitely take the music serious or he has to go in the streets or both at the same time.
yeah, I can see that happening. I don't see him snitching.
No,
I feel like he's solid for now.
for sure.
So with Raising Kanan having like one more season, do you think that like
Two
Kanan
more
could
seasons.
cross over?
Two more seasons.
Obviously, yes. I'm not
Yeah,
counting
they got
season 4.
five. Yes, yep,
Yeah.
yep. One more season left.
Do
Yep.
you see Kanan like crossing over into Origins?
Absolutely. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have no choice. I don't know if Makai crosses over.
See that's what I want, to be honest. I feel like if you get another
Same.
actor, that's cheesy as fuck. Like
It's
he's
not
literally just playing
cheesy.
the
It's not,
role.
but it's not cheesy because technically speaking, Makai is a little too short for the role. But that would
Facts.
mean that they would have to make Ghost and Tommy shorter, which would work if they did
Yeah.
that. That would work.
Yeah.
But because they're all like taller individuals, but the real Amari and Joseph is like 5'10", 5'11". So I mean
Yeah.
they up there, and then 50 is 6 feet. So it's like none of those three characters are there. But I think for the betrayal of we're teens and we're youngish. I
Hmm.
think they kind of should keep. If you keep Makai, it feels like a spinoff
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like that would piss the fans off if you went and recasted him after we used to seeing him for 4 or 5 seasons. The only
Yeah.
problem is like, at what point is he going to meet Ghost and Tommy? Like, how old they're going to be? Like, are they going to be in the game already? That's what I'm really curious about. And do you think
Um.
like you see the his family even surviving? Kanan's family, like Rock, Lou, Marvin, all of them? Because I don't.
No, hell no.
I don't see them.
I think this is Marvin's last season.
What?
Yeah, Marvin is out after this season. He's a fan favorite, and I love Marvin to death. He's like probably in my top three as far as like characters overall in the Power universe.
Mm.
But he did not have that great of a season. Season three was not his best. I say that because
And Lou?
other than him doing the Sal Baselli hit, what else did Marvin do this season? He had a good
Yeah.
relationship with Juke. Okay, that was brewing from season two.
Yeah. That's fact. That's
He was
fact.
quiet after that.
Yeah.
So it was the same with Howard. Like they built up this whole storyline between Howard and Kanan for it to go where? In season three, it was like they met one time, and after that, they didn't even speak the rest of the season.
Yeah. I feel like they made Howard's storyline pretty hot like in the beginning when he killed what's her name? Like that
They
was
said the
shocking.
Burke.
I was like, oh shit. But
Yeah,
then after that things kinda like slimmed down for him too. I didn't see him dying though, like the way he did. I did not see that coming. That
I didn't
shocked
see
me.
it coming either.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was a really good way to kind of end it. But also, what Rock don't realize is she's now made their relationship even further because you killed his
Mm.
father in front of him. Regardless of your reasoning, he's not gonna understand that.
And how do you think that's gonna affect their relationship moving forward? Like,
Oh God, yeah.
you think
If
they
she
can
thought they
recover
was
from that?
separate now, if she thought they was separate now, it's over. Their relationship is done. She literally killed his father in front of him after he
In front
finally
of
found his
him.
father. So I get where Kanan said to Tommy, "I ain't never really had a father." Technically
Mm.
speaking, he was not
He
wrong.
didn't,
He was
yeah.
not lying when he said it because they only had a small relationship for a little while.
But I feel like with Kanan now being in the game, I feel like he might be able to understand why she did it though. Cause like he low key had to go, bro. Like the feds was closing in on him. So it was
Right,
really either it was them or him. And he kept
right.
pushing this whole narrative of, oh, we gotta turn in Marvin. We gotta turn in Marvin. I was like, why would they pick you over him? Like, that
And
don't
I
even
and
make
I
no sense.
and I understand that, but I don't think Kanan is gonna be that understanding because he already
He
he
already
already
hates her.
understand a half the shit that his mom do.
Yeah. Man, Raising Kanan, man. I feel like that's the best spinoff, in my opinion.
Not after season three. I'm sorry.
So what you think Force is better or Ghost is better?
Um, I think Ghost is the clear number one only
Stop it.
because of the shock value. I think that the show has.
No,
You
no,
know what
no.
I mean?
We're
But I
not we're
think they
not
all
talking
have their
about we're not
flaws.
talking about shock value. We're talking about which show was better from season one to season to where they at now, from the growth, from the characters,
For
the
sure, Ghost.
production.
For sure.
What?
Yeah, without a question, it's for sure Ghost. Raising Kanan had the potential and they had the opportunity to become the best show after this season, but they dropped the ball on how the show ran. Don't get me wrong. Love Raising Kanan. I'm for the show. I'm gonna watch the next season regardless. But I just do not like the way that they had all these storylines. They brewed it up, and then it was like it was so many dead moments where it was like this was kind of pointless. The storyline was pointless, and then it was like abruptly done.
Hold up, but you could say the
Lou,
same thing with Ghost season four. Like they came out swinging, action packed, violence and everything, and like a lot of these storylines are closed off. Like we got Rashad Tate, he just disappears out of nowhere. We barely see him. Then they bring in his brother after 2 seasons of not seeing him. Like I feel like they kind of doing the same thing. I feel like Ghost has more storylines that don't make sense than Raising Kanan. Like
right?
Ghost
But the
got a
thing
lot of
is,
characters, bruh. They just don't
right?
serve any purpose.
Yeah, but in season two, they killed off damn near the whole cast.
Yeah,
Think
yeah.
about it. They killed off what's his
Becca.
name? No, I'm talking about Raising Canaan.
Oh, you talking about
Raising
Raising
Canaan
Kanan?
killed
Okay.
off mad people. They killed
Yeah.
Sally Sally's son. They killed um uh I'm forgetting names right now. I'm thinking of the actual
Oh,
real
the
names. Like,
scrap
yeah,
dude, scrap.
yeah, they killed Scrap. They killed
That pissed
so
me
many
off.
people off. In season 2, but it was just like they killed off Miss Renee. It's like
Mm.
bro, like what, like
Yeah, Juice mom. That's wow.
right,
Bro. That's
like
I didn't
you
get that.
like
I didn't get that.
right. What's his name? What's the drug dealer's name? That was feeling rock.
Was he a drug
Um,
dealer?
well, yeah, technically, well, he wasn't. He was an embezzler for sure.
The light skinned dude, right?
No, the dark skinned one. That
Dark-
uh can't forget. Oh, well, they definitely killed Crown.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like, man, it's like it was just bodies just dropping. It's just like, man, y'all killed off half the cast to then replace them with people that are now gone as well.
Mm.
Like, don't get me wrong, half that cast being gone, Ronnie covered half that cast that left
Yeah, he did a
and
great
killed
job.
them off.
Yeah. So the unique thing. How you feel about that, bruh? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it.
I
I didn't
like it.
like it.
I like it, but I didn't like the fact of how they went about it because you had Joey Badass come out and make this whole big statement with
Mm-hmm.
TMC saying he wasn't coming back and all of this and all of
Facts.
that. And that, they didn't talk to 50. You did all of that just to still be alive, bro.
But that's marketing though. Like I feel like that's what they be doing type shit. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? That's kind of their job.
No, the best thing he could have done is just said nothing. Just
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
just like how Paige Heard just went ghost completely. The only thing that gave off Paige, the only thing that gave off Lauren being alive was Stars did like this preview or whatever, and they showed the window being cut down. It was Lauren in the car, and then you could see Blanca and Effie and Jenny all together, like in the
Mm.
mirror. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like, why would you put that out? That came out, and it was like, okay. And then the next day, Lauren was live. It was just like, oh my god, why would you like Stars just be doing stuff?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was obvious that she wasn't dead just off the way that they killed her supposedly.
For sure.
Like, I feel like everybody knew that she was still alive. So, do you do you see Lauren coming back? Because I don't. I feel like
Um,
that would make no sense. There's
in the
too
spinoff,
much
yes.
going on in a
In
spinoff.
this
Okay, okay,
in the spinoff, yes.
yeah.
Especially if Tariq graduates and gets ownership of Truth and he's running Truth, I think that should play out the exact same way where he's throwing where literally Tariq is throwing a party for Diana for her birthday, and then Lauren walks in the club.
This man already got the script.
That would be fire. Now
That
that would be
actually
a
be
full circle
insane.
moment.
Yeah, that would be insane. I'm just not confident that they're gonna give him a spinoff again. Cause like, think about it. He already been in two shows. I
Okay.
feel like I feel like just based off what he's been saying, like I don't really think he wants to keep playing this role. Apparently, he's shooting a movie right now
Yeah, I
with
don't think he wants to
Chloe
keep playing
Bailey.
this role
Yeah.
as a main. I think he still
Mm,
wants to be Tariq, but I don't think that he don't want that to become his identity for too
yeah.
long because he wants other opportunities. I see.
Facts.
I see so many different things that he could do, and this movie is going to be a horror movie, which I've been saying for the longest. He needs to get into horror because he has the personality for it.
Why horror though?
Because horror makes you tap into a different thing. Because remember, in a horror film, it's all about the way that the actor portrayal. Because we are
Hmm.
supposed to feel as the audience that they're in this scary situation.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like our heart is supposed to beat along with the sound effects. It's supposed to beat along with the actor, and they're running, they're scared. Like you know what I mean? That takes a whole different level of acting.
I agree. Yeah. I feel like the Tariq character a lot of times is just very one noted, and it makes it come off like he's not that great of an actor. But
Right.
really, I just feel like the writing just isn't that great for his character. I feel like everyone in Power Book 2 has had more progress in terms of character development than
Mhm.
Tariq. Literally everybody
Uh,
else.
So I disagree only because Tariq has the most potential of anyone in this show.
Yeah,
I
he
don't I
does.
don't think anyone else has the potential of Tariq, which is why they set it up so that Tariq is getting you know like basically dumped on by everyone else.
That's
Is
what
to
I'm
show
saying.
like yeah, y'all all think y'all smarter than me, but come on now, I'm my father's child.
But we
Don't
still
ever
haven't
get
we
it
haven't we
twisted.
haven't seen that moment yet. I've yet to see a moment where I really feel like, yo, this is Ghost Son. Like in the 4 seasons, it just feels like He's answering to this person, or he's taking an L from this person. In season one, he was taking orders from Monet. In season two, he was taking orders from Mecca. In season three, he was taking orders from Noma. Like, when
Right.
is he really gonna be the guy? I'm not even
Well,
saying he got to be a kingpin or nothing, but at least take like a win.
well, I'm gonna say episode one was his performance was immaculate.
Crazy, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that type of Tariq is basically just showing like, yo, like,
But then
don't get
after
it
episode
twisted.
one, things kind of just like that's what I'm saying.
It's supposed to fizzle out because they now is like, whoa, man, maybe we should have just been college students. So now he goes back to school. So he's just like, because this is better than just doing nothing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So now he needs to finish out that storyline too because I would love to see him get Club Truth.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Him just going and just being a full blown drug dealer. I don't like that storyline for him because
Me
that's not
neither.
what Ghost did. So
Yeah,
unless you're gonna turn him into a Kanan, which is not gonna be realistic, he could do Kanan type activity, which obviously he does. So because episode one was for sure him being Ghost.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's gonna be moments where we're gonna see the Kanan coming out of him, and
But
it's
I feel
gonna be
like
the
this goes
moments where
back
we're
to
gonna
what you
see the
said. I
Dre
think
come
you
out of
said
him.
this in a clip, one of your podcasts. You were like, "What did Ghost really teach Tariq?"
Nothing,
Like, he
not
didn't
a
teach
damn
him
thing.
nothing about the clubs and all of that stuff. So, like, I feel like that's why we haven't seen that, because he don't know the corporate side. Like, he could talk and play the face, but like when it comes to actually doing business, he don't really know nothing about that. That's
Right,
why I feel
which is
like they need to
why,
bring Simon Stern back in to, like, I don't know why they haven't had him in the show like that. I feel like he would have been a good character for
for sure.
Tariq to
But I
lean
think
on.
he can learn some of those things from different people. RSJ was a perfect introduction to that.
Where he
Number
at?
one, I
Where
don't
he
know
at?
where he is, but he was a perfect introduction to that. Obviously, Tate being as crooked and corrupted as
Mm,
he is a good mentor for Tariq.
facts.
As well as, I think this is a good opportunity for them to bring Quinn back from the original Power. So
Who?
Quinn was the girl that she basically plays in P Valley now. She's like
Oh, I know who
Keyshawn
you're
in P
talking
Valley.
about. Those working
Right,
with Dre.
right. But I think that's a perfect opportunity for them to bring her back into Tariq life because again, he's not gonna know what to do with the clubs. So bringing him in and kind of bringing them in and kind of doing that, I think is perfect and kind of transitioning Tariq into that world.
Yeah, man. I think, bro. When I talk about like this show, bro, I'm like, I really don't see this shit ending. Like, they could really drag this whole universe on for like another 10 years. I feel like, because they're making so much money off of this shit. But I feel like if they don't have like a solid, concrete storyline or like image of what they're trying to do, it's gonna get whacked very quick.
But you know why? You know why we feel like it's getting whacked very quickly is because of the new characters that they do bring in and they introduce, and we love them and we fall in love with the character, or we just
Hmm.
start to kind of like feel their story. They take them out.
Like a Zion. Like, I feel like he's gonna get done dirty too. Even the
Right,
whole Kane fight with the bro, that shit was so dumb. This is why I'm saying Raising Kanan to me is better. How are you gonna have a whole cage fight that you grew up in? They pushing that storyline, and you break the rules, knowing like the rule. Like, why? Okay, I guess they're trying to build up Kane's character, but even still, like, they could have had him take an L and then fight him again, and then win in the next fight and build him up that way. Like, I don't understand.
right. But I think Zion is gonna cause havoc because he lost that fight.
Yeah, he definitely
So
will.
it's
Yeah,
definitely it's definitely
yeah.
a solution for the madness. I think it's gonna come up, but eventually he's gonna die. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
just like, bro, y'all bring in these characters, we get invested in them, and then they gone. Mecca was for instance, Ronnie for instance, like where it's like, yo, you bring in this character, and literally all the internet could talk about in season three for the first five
Was
episodes
Ronnie?
was
Yeah.
Ronnie skits on like it's like, bro, when was the last time, with the exception of Zeke, that we had that type of buzz in the Power Universe, where it was like everyone was talking about a
Nobody.
specific character,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a minute.
It was Mecca, you know what I
Mm.
mean, but it wasn't. But Mecca wasn't like social media like buzzing, but
Yeah.
Ronnie was social media buzzing, bro. Everyone made jokes about Ronnie and was talking about Ronnie, Ronnie this, Ronnie that. Oh, I need Ronnie to go. He was the talk of the town. So I don't know. I feel like we don't get characters like that anymore.
I feel like even when we do, it's the same outcome.
They
And I
die.
feel like they now starting to realize like maybe we need to chill on that. But also, I feel like it kind of made sense. Like Kanan killing him, I feel like made sense. Like even if you look at the shit that Ronnie was doing, do you even think it would have been realistic for him to live? Like he was making too many moves. He tried to kill Rock, which told me that he was going to die already. I feel like once you aim at a main character like that, you're gone.
Yeah,
And then
it,
the
it
main
was it was
character's
perfect.
son, like, come on now.
It was perfect for Kanan to do it because
Yeah,
Kanan needed that kill. Because let's be honest, that was another reason I didn't like season three. When is Kanan going to become the savage that we knew him as? How long is it going to take y'all to get to that point?
yeah,
So him
yeah,
killing Ronnie was a good start in that in that direction.
yeah. I agree. So, do you have any other topics you want to touch before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm sick of the disrespect of Tasha. I'm gonna start there. I think Tasha is a gem in the Power universe,
Period.
and she should be treated like the queen that she is, and she should be a queen pin in the
What'd
next
you say
film.
yesterday that she's a top five character in the
For
universe?
for sure, it's not even close.
Oh my god, there's no way you think that.
For sure, it's not even close because Tasha again has so much potential. I just think that she's in
What
a
potential?
yes, for sure,
10 years in, what potential does she have?
a lot.
In what circumstance?
She's smarter than a lot of other characters. She's smarter than Monet for sure. So the fact that Monet, being as smart as she is out here running stuff, and Tasha is not, is wild to me.
I don't know if Tasha's smarter than Monet, bro.
But this is the thing, right? When it comes to the legit world, Tasha don't have no like. She got out of jail. You know what I mean? Obviously, that was she was acquitted on all that stuff. So as far as I am concerned, Tasha can make it in the real world
Mm.
for
So
sure.
why is she working in a freaking Walmart?
Well, she's working in a Walmart because she's still trying to get her degree. She's still trying to get
Yeah,
that. Once she gets it, she could make some big money. All it's gonna take is for her to meet someone like a RSJ. RSJ could utilize somebody like Tasha
yeah, definitely.
for sure. Simon Stern could use somebody like Tasha for
But
sure.
I remember, no, it literally was the end of OG Power. I think they were supposed to work together before she got arrested, right?
Hmm.
Because she was making this negotiation about the clubs and everything.
Right.
I just, I just don't like Tasha, man. I mean, when you look back at the series, like she caused so many problems. Like
What
she was
problems?
not.
Let's start with one. What was the first problem?
The first problem was not believing in ghost dreams,
Oh,
right?
okay,
As a
cool.
wife, as a loving wife, you supposed to sacrifice. You the one who's supposed to believe in his dreams. Yes, Ghost was the one who was like, let's be in the game, whatever. But he wanted to get out. He literally wanted a safer life, right?
Who put them in the game?
Ghost,
Got you. Okay. So, whose responsibility was it to clean the money?
Tasha.
So Tasha believed in his dream. And then when he wanted to open up
He had
a
no
bar or
choice.
whatever, she said, well, actually, that was actually Tasha basically providing him with the legal businesses and saying, hey, we're gonna do these businesses to now wipe the money or whatever. So then Ghost said, oh, we could even wash even more money if we own a club. Cool. They opened the club. Now Tasha is running the money and washing it, making sure everything is going as planned, and then Ghost come out of nowhere talking about I want to go completely legit. So Tasha, running the books, knows how much the club is making, which is barely anything.
That's bullshit. That's where the greed comes in, right?
It's not what they making in the streets.
It don't
So
matter
to,
though.
to, to her, that's petty money.
That's the problem. That's my whole point is that you've become so accustomed to this lifestyle. Yeah, you're making more money, but it's more dangerous. And like if Tasha was really smart, she would have seen that the avenue that Ghost was trying to go in was being legit. If you got all these legit businesses and he's like, all right, let's open up another one, open up a club. Obviously he's trying to show you like I'm trying to go the legit route. She should have seen that coming.
Right. But she couldn't see that coming at the time because that's all she knew was the drug world.
True, true, true.
It's the same with Kanan. Kanan never wanted the legit lifestyle because Kanan wasn't no wear a suit type man.
Yeah.
Neither was Tommy, and Tommy still was in the street. So what's
I
the
just
difference in Tommy? You know what I mean? Because it seemed like, technically speaking, Tommy was the one that Tasha wanted Ghost to become the
yeah.
biggest drug dealer, where he's at.
But like now you see the position that he's in though. Like he's in a dangerous position. Yeah, you
Right.
Like, I don't understand why people always say, okay, like, I want to be at the top. Well, when you get to the top, there's only one way to go, down.
Right, but that's just the story of greed, and it was the
Yeah.
same with Ghost. Like Ghost was is a another story of greed, and where greed gets you. And I'm not saying that Ghost was wrong. Ghost was right in what he said. Like him trying to get out of the clubs was the right move, but at the same
Mm.
time, you don't get to make that decision because you started out in the game. So you can't just wipe yourself clean of it and try to kill everybody that knew you in order for you to get out. It's eventually going to catch up to you, and it did.
So,
Now, Tariq, the reason why Tariq pulled the trigger had nothing to do with anything other than the fact that he felt no emotional connection to Ghost. He did not feel like that was his father.
yeah.
He didn't know that man. He didn't spend no time with Tariq. Let me ask you a question. How much time did Ghost spend with Tariq when he was not in trouble? Hold on. If Tariq was never a troublemaker, how often would him and Ghost see each other?
Not often.
None at all. Every situation where Ghost came around was he came around that one time because it was Tariq's birthday. He came in drunk as hell, so he couldn't do nothing with him. He brought him a pair of sneakers out of nowhere.
Bro.
That's a negative interaction that Tariq is having. Like, yo, for my birthday, you can't even be sober enough to just hang out with me or doing something with
Yeah.
me. He was supposed to take him to the Knicks game in season 2 or 3, early. I think it was season two actually. You were supposed to take him to a Knicks game. He never goes to the Knicks game. Tell me what season of what episode did he ever try to take Tariq somewhere else? Did he ever
Ah,
take Tariq to dinner?
nah.
Did he ever take Tariq on a trip?
Are you trying to use this to validate Tariq killing ghosts?
No, I'm saying to you, did he buy Tariq a car? Just answer my questions. Did he buy Tariq a car?
Nah.
He did not. Did you ever see a episode where Ghost taught him how to drive? Did other than him telling him about the situation with women, did Ghost ever sit down and have a conversation with Tariq about anything in life? Now, all he said to him was, "Yo, I want you to teach me the game." And he says, "I'm not teaching you the game. I don't want you to be in that." But what Ghost didn't realize is if he teaches Tariq the game, he now has his full attention and loyalty.
Bullshit. That's not a guarantee, though.
That is a guarantee. You know how I
How's that
know
a
it's a guarantee?
guarantee?
Because now he gets to spend time with his father doing something. Even if Ghost said, "Look, Tariq, I don't want to teach you about a jerk game because I really don't want you in that world, but I could teach you how to maneuver with certain people. I could teach you about the ins and outs of this club and making this money and owning all these businesses. I'm gonna put you in charge of 2 or 3 of my businesses and have you make real money so you can see what it feels like. So whatever you're making in the streets, I'll double it in the real world." Did he have that
Mm.
conversation with Tariq? No, because Tariq couldn't see the vision because of the poison that Kanan put in his head. But that same poison is how Ghost got in the game.
I
So
feel like
again,
you
there's
tried to
no
make Tariq.
emotional, no emotional connection between the two.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
And he was trying to put him in jail for committing a murder to protect his sister, basically on behalf of his sister. Even though Raina in the hallucination, whatever, I hated that. But anyway, but Tariq did what he had to do. He made the right decision by taking the gun. He had to kill him by any means necessary, even if it had to been with Tasha's gun.
I feel like that storyline is dumb. That Ghost was not trying to put him in jail. What he was saying was, you could, I'm going to be lieutenant governor. I could put you in a position where you're not going to have to sit in prison. You could do like some juvie or some shit. But Tariq didn't want to do that. He wasn't just saying like, oh, you're just going to rot in jail the rest of your life, bro. He was like, you're going to do a little big, you know what I'm saying, in juvie, and you'll be straight. You're going to go back to school. You're going to get a job. Like, you're going to have a good life. And
For
Tariq now
one,
sees that. He's
bro,
like, damn, I
no.
could have.
If Ghost gives you that same deal when you're a teenager, do you take it? Absolutely the fuck not. No man, no black man in America is taking that deal. You know
Yeah.
why? Because I know my father's a murderer, a serial killer at that. My
Yeah.
father's a serial killer. Why the fuck would I go to jail and confess to a murder when you haven't confessed to shit you've done? The only thing you confessed to was you killing Breeze,
You
if
can't
that's
say
even
that. He
true.
didn't. The difference is Ghost didn't get caught. You got caught in
It
doing something you
got caught
shouldn't
where?
have been
Is
doing.
Tariq in jail? What he get caught doing?
Bro, stop it, bro.
Tariq ain't in
He
jail. What he got caught doing?
he was about to get bagged.
Where?
What you mean? In season, what was it? What was it season 5? There was a whole storyline with them finding Tariq's blood at the scene, and Angela pretty much, wiped it away or whatever. But then the
Angela
storyline.
wiped it away. No crime. No evidence. No crime.
So, why was Ghost trying to tell Tariq to turn himself in? Then they was obviously closing in on him.
For a sympathy vote.
And
That
please.
is exactly why Ghost wanted that, because he would have been the lieutenant governor when they looked into the situation and said, "Oh wow, actually, it says here that his son might have been involved in X, Y, and Z." When that would have came out, Ghost would have been through. But if Tariq says, "Hey, I was trying to defend my sister. Oh, I killed this cop because this cop killed my sister in cold blood in front of me," that is a sympathy push, not for Tariq, for Ghost. So now it looks good on him because Ghost is always selfish. He may have looked at the he may have tried to protect his family or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, he didn't do that. He looked at that as a maybe he should. But the reason why he said maybe he should is because this could work in my favor. Why would that be Ghost's number one priority of getting his son out of jail? He'd rather Tariq be in jail because he's not out selling drugs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could
That's
argue
not
that
selfish, bro.
Tariq deserved to go to jail.
Wow.
Real shit.
Wow.
Think about it, right? Think about it. You went in and committed you went and committed a crime and put yourself in a position. First of all, you should have went to your Uncle Tommy and Ghost. You should have went to them first. You went in and did something where you're not even skilled at doing that. Like that's not who you are yet. Had he went to Ghost and Tommy, they would have handled that shit. Period. They would have
He
never been
handled
in
it.
that situation
It was
at all.
personal for him. He handled it. Just like when things was personal to Tommy and Ghost, they handled it.
Okay, so if it was personal and you handled it, why are you not ready to take the repercussions that come with that?
What
That's what a
repercussions? He's
man.
not in jail. What repercussions?
He's not in jail now, but he would have been
But he's not.
because he killed his dad. So is that not selfish? You rather kill your dad than take responsibility for a crime that you committed?
Killing
How does
his
that
father,
sound?
killing his father was off of a bunch of different things. It was the
Come on
rage and him touching his mother and putting his hands on Tasha because he violated.
now. Okay.
Now think about it. Tariq kills him on the spot if he walks in and see him do what he did to Tasha, putting his hand on her mouth, pushing her. Bro, he kills him on the spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So he'd have been justified then. He didn't even see it happen. So all he knows is that Ghost put his hands on her. He don't know what actually happened. If he was in the room when it happened, Ghost is dead anyway.
So you think that what Ghost did with that little interaction with him putting his hands on Tasha was enough for Tariq to kill him? You think that's
No,
justification?
no, that was not justification. But again, he has no emotional bond with Ghost because Ghost is never around. Ghost don't care about him other than the fact that like Tasha made him spend time with him. Because if Tariq was a goody two shoes and nothing ever happened, he never did anything, Ghost would have never seen Tariq.
But I feel
But
like Tasha
hold
also
on. Before you make your next point, how many dates did Ghost take Angela on?
a lot.
How many trips did Ghost take Angela on? You could say one because he took her to Miami. Did he take Tariq to Miami?
Nah.
Oh, okay. How much time did he spend with Angela?
A lot.
Oh, okay, got you. So he found time for his side piece, but never had time for his own kids. So that already is building resentment towards his father. So he
Facts.
had no respect for him because of what he did to his mother. So he's looking at it from that perspective because he don't know the full story. So you can't even blame him for that because he's looking at it from the perspective of like, yo, my father was a dickhead. He was a dummy. You know what I mean? He did dumb shit,
But
but
let's not
he
act
don't
like
know that.
Tasha wasn't also pushing this whole narrative of, oh, your father's this, your father's that. He wasn't exactly making Ghost look good in her eye. And here's another thing. If you go back and watch Power, right? When did Tasha ever call this man James? Even in front of Tariq, she would call him Ghost. So you
Only
already
in front
putting
of
that
people.
bad image in front of Tariq for his father. Like you already making him look bad. You just
Yeah, but
adding
this
fuel
is
to the fire.
Yeah, but this is only if like when it was out in public or when she had to do little things where she had to pretend to be his wife in public, she called him James.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure. So it's not like, you know what I mean? She played the role because Tasha was exactly what Ghost needed in the non-legit world.
Yeah.
And in the legit world, Ghost could have had any woman. He did not need Angela because, technically speaking, Angela said it herself. The more clean you get, the dirtier I get.
Hmm.
Angela said that herself. So Ghost made a woman who was literally sparkly clean into a fucking criminal. But Ghost is this good guy?
I never said he was a good guy.
Oh,
Nobody in
y'all
power is a
defending him
good guy.
like again, he built that monster in Tasha. So everybody like, oh well, this is not, this and that. Well, Tasha was promised a life of, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to take care of you. So all her dreams were wiped away. What was Tasha's dream? I asked you this in the live. No one knows this answer. What was Tasha's dream?
Bro, she was trying to be some singer or some shit or whatever, right?
Okay, when did Ghost pay for studio time?
Come on, bro.
Oh, we're
Come
gonna go here.
on,
We're gonna
bro.
go here. We're gonna go here.
She's a
When did
whole
Ghost pay for
mother.
studio time?
You a whole mom, bro. You got 3 kids. You ain't got time for that shit.
That's a lie. She had time to go to the studio.
Come on, man.
Hold on. When did Ghost pay for studio time?
You're telling me
Tasha
that a
wanted to go
mother.
back to
You're telling
school.
me a mother of 3 kids who's also damn near working for her husband in the streets or whatever, and trying to help him balance the legit shit. You think she has time to go have a whole other career in some pipe dream? You like 30 something.
Yes, because Grandma Estelle was watching the kids. Yes,
Man, fuck.
she was. She was. So again, you got to look at it from this perspective.
Come on, bruh.
Tasha, we knew Tasha's dreams, but when did Ghost ever say, Tasha, I'm gonna pay for you to go to school so you can finish your degree? He never did. Tasha's now doing her degree now because she has
When
time
did
and she's
Tasha
like, hey,
ever say that that's what she wanted? Did she come on and express that herself?
when
I
did
don't recall
Ghost when did Ghost ask? You know why you don't recall it? Because Ghost ain't give a hell.
that.
Ghost did not care. Because again, how do
Don't
you
you think he
get
had
built?
bigger
It's
things
like
on
it's
his
like
plate?
but it's like regular women, bro. You have to buy them into the situation. Yes, Tasha only sees drug dealing as a thing. Okay, Tasha, since you want to make all this money and you want to go on all these shopping sprees, I'm gonna buy one of these clubs. This club that I just bought in Miami, or this club I just bought wherever. I'm gonna have you run that club, and you take all the profits from it. That's how you buy someone in. Because now Tasha feels needed because now she's running one of her things. That was basically what she was. She wanted to feel needed as a wife. How can I help you to feel needed? Because obviously I'm not working, I'm not doing anything. So I want to feel needed. So, oh, my husband needs me to watch the club. So he knew that, hey, eventually after a while, if I'm no longer in a drug game, Ghost does not need me. I'm disposable. And that's exactly how he treated her, like she was disposable for the rest
Well,
of the season.
you should have already been
Series.
positioning yourself to not need him.
How she again? There is no studio time being paid for. She Ghost has all the money. There is no classes being paid for. If Ghost would have said, "Look," if Ghost would have put in his will, I'm gonna send give Tasha money that so she can go back to school. I'm gonna send her this X amount of money so that she can go, and get studio time or whatever. I'm gonna set all of this stuff aside because of what she had to go through as my wife.
Hold on. So you would have, if you were Ghost, you would have put Tasha in your will,
Absolutely.
even knowing that it's the entire season 6 she was plotting on killing you with your son and your brother,
If she was plotting to kill him, she would have killed him.
bro. I mean, she damn near pushed Tariq to do that shit. If we being honest,
She did not actually.
come
She
on,
actually
bro.
told him. She actually told him that she's gonna handle it and don't worry about it.
Come on.
She told him that
Once she told Tariq that the ghost put hands on her, she knew where things were gonna go from there, bruh.
it was a
She,
factual statement. It wasn't like she lied about it. She didn't lie. She didn't have to protect Ghost.
yeah, but
Why am I protecting you?
that was just one example of the numerous times that she was making Ghost look bad as a father in
He
Tariq's
was a
eyes.
terrible father. Everybody said, "Well, oh, he was a good father. He wanted the best for his kids." True, but so does Tasha. So, like I said again, the only reason why Tasha, um, where Tasha really messed up was involving Q. If Q is not involved in that situation, she didn't need a blame person. If she
Yeah,
would just
I
let that
agree.
play out, they would have had to literally do an investigation and then they would have eventually figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So she was just like, look, they're gonna eventually figure it out. So that's why I need someone to blame. It just was a bad decision on her end. But it's okay. People make bad decisions. Again, she found a way out of it. Unfortunately, it was at the cost of Tommy's freedom in New York. But You know what I mean? She made that harsh decision as a mother, so she did what she had to do to protect her son. Ghost
A
would never.
prime example of why they need a ghost.
They didn't need Ghost.
They
Ghost
need
wouldn't have
look
gotten them out of that.
look at them now.
Okay, Tasha can get out of that situation. She needs to, maybe she needs to get kicked out of Witset
Oh, I think she does.
for real.
Hopefully she
But then once she
does.
does, Tasha only knows one life. She only knows the illegal life until she gets her degree. Because Tasha, technically speaking, could make it in the real world, but is
Not in the
but again the
streets.
focus has now shifted to Tariq because Tariq technically should be taking care of Tasha financially,
Yeah.
but he's not because he's not in the position to do that right now. But when he is, he should be taking care of Tasha. But he shouldn't need her. She shouldn't need him in this certain situation right now. But again, it is what it is. The writers do what they want to do. I'm gonna watch regardless.
Yeah, I will too. So what are your kind of predictions for part two? How do you see shit going down?
I don't think we're gonna have as many deaths as people think.
Same.
I think we may get one major death, just like every season, where it's one major character that goes, but that's it. And that character may just be Don Carter. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
You
I
think this
think
early?
yeah, because unfortunately, I mean, Michael Ealy, he always gonna get roles, so that's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
fact.
So you know what I mean? He good on that end, but I don't know. I just don't think we're gonna get as many deaths. Like everybody, like, oh, this person gonna die. Like, no, they didn't know it was gonna be the ending, so they wouldn't have wrote
Facts.
it like that.
That's what I've been saying too. I don't think many people are going to die, especially if they
No.
plan on doing something after this. It don't make sense to have a bloodbath.
Well, we're gonna have two major characters gonna go.
Cool.
Uh, I don't know. It could be Effie. I doubt it, but it's a lot of people it could be. But Kane, Kane needs to be one of those people. If Kane is not getting his own spinoff, then Kane needs to die
You a
at
hater,
the hands
man.
of Tariq. But Tariq needs to be the one to do it. And if it is not Tariq, it better be Braden. Braden.
I don't see either of them taking out Kane, if I'm being real. I feel like Kane's been ascending for a minute now. It don't really make sense to kill him.
It does though, because Tariq still need to get his get back for what Kane did to him, and eventually
Yeah,
he's gonna find a
yeah.
smart way to maneuver it and do it. You know what I'm saying? And again, you got to make the spinoff worthy of watching because people are gonna tune into the spinoff if the storyline is immaculate. But this season
Mm,
has to end immaculate for them
yeah.
to do that.
I don't know if it will. I'm very questionable. I seen an interview with Mark Cannon. He was saying that the ending is supposed to be crazy. The fans are going to be satisfied, but they said that shit at the end of Power season 6, and I wasn't satisfied.
I
So I
was
guess
because
we'll see.
that left the door wide open. The fact that Tariq takes the kill shot on his father and then has to start college immediately, that is a perfect storyline. Oh my God. Then Tasha's now locked up and going to jail for the murder that she didn't even commit. Oh my God. And then you bring in the whole new Tejada family. You bring in Davis McLean. So again, it's centered around new characters. That is why we bought into to Ghost. We didn't buy
Mhm.
into Ghost because of the OG power. We bought into
Yeah,
Ghost because of the new storylines.
yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? So eventually, they need to bring in a set of new people that are going to be worthy of watching. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. He would have been perfect.
I could definitely see him in this show. I seen that. I think they have a. What I saw. What rapper is it that's going to be in season 4 of Keenan? Party or
Uh,
some shit.
he's in Raising Kanan,
Yeah,
Hardison Fontaine.
yeah. I don't know why the hell they casted him for. I see. I don't like when they start bringing in all these rappers
Shit.
and shit if they can't really
He might be
act
Breeze.
like that.
He might be Breeze.
You not one of them too, bro. Come on now, bro. You not one of them, bro.
Bro, listen, Breeze could be anybody at this point.
Y'all gotta let this breed shit go, bro.
Right. I mean, technically, I still think it's unique to this day.
What?
It makes the most
You
sense for
one
it to
of
be
them,
unique.
bro? His name is unique.
Yeah,
What what is it about him coming back that makes you think he's Breeze? We don't even know who Breeze is. Like,
exactly
what
my
is this
point.
obsession with Breeze?
But it's the thing, right?
Y'all
It
say
makes
this
the
with
most
every
sense.
single new character that comes into the scene. Y'all say, "Oh no, he's Breeze."
No,
Y'all,
right.
some people
No,
saying
but
Ronnie was
I'm
Breeze.
not one of those people. But it makes the most sense though if you bring him back, right? And then you're trying to like Unique is. he has a reason as to why he watches Jeopardy. Obviously, he was, he got worked on. He got he was taking a surgery, and you in a hospital bed. What are you sitting there watching while you're in the hospital bed? Jeopardy, shit like that, because you're watching whatever's on TV. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. You know what I mean? Like the storyline is literally written perfectly. And then he wants to now have a different name in the streets because Unique is dead in the streets. So he has to have a different name anyway. He can't come back to the streets and be Unique. He's not going to dress the same because if he dresses the same, he's flashy. That means everyone's going to know who he is.
Facts, facts, facts.
Come on now, the story is written on the wall.
I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna buy any of these storylines that anyone is Breeze until we actually see him get introduced. Cause y'all gonna run with this until I personally don't think we're gonna meet Breeze till Power Origins. I don't really see a point of us meeting him now. Just like I don't think we're gonna see Ghost and Tommy in
They
Raising
better
King.
they better announce Breeze before. Come on, bro. Listen, it's called Raising Canaan. Who really raised Canaan, bro? Breeze, not no fucking Rock. Rock ain't raised Canaan. She couldn't even fucking keep control of this nigga.
Yeah, that's true.
Who raised Canaan for real? Breeze. But we had to see everybody that incorporated some type of like, okay, this is the reason why he dresses this way. This is the reason why he wears these specific type of coats because Lou wore them, or because this how Uncle Marvin dressed, or this how Uncle Marvin was, or his mother was very manipulative, so that's why he manipulates people the way he does. And then you got Breeze, and the reason why he's so fucking evil is because of Breeze. Like, you know what I mean? Like Ron,
Right.
the reason why he moves the way he does as far as like being so sneaky is because of Ronnie. Like, bro, all these people are introduced not for no reason.
But you could argue that a lot of this shit comes from Rock too, and him
A
just seeing
lot,
how his
yes,
mom moved and like how
for
she
sure.
killed his dad in front of him. Like I feel like that's enough to make him that dark,
For
whether we
sure.
get Breeze introduced or not.
For sure. But again,
Yeah.
Breeze is the one that taught them how to chop bodies. Breeze is the one that taught him how to really commit massive murders. You know what I mean? So like we're gonna eventually get that. I don't know if we get that in season 4, but we damn sure better get it in season. We better get it in season 4. Actually, the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, we gonna see,
Season 4
man.
needs to be a banger, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hope so. It's definitely. I don't know when we're gonna get that shit, to be honest. Because apparently, Force they've been done filming like for a minute.
No, Forrest ain't been done that long,
I'm
but
talking
Raising
about
Kanan
Raising
has.
Kanan.
Oh, Raising Kanan, yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
so
sense to because okay, since Ghost is no longer coming back, now you can shift the orders. It don't make sense to
yeah, it
keep it
don't.
the same
Yeah,
order
it
now.
don't matter. Yeah,
So really, to be honest, Raising Kanan should be a December drop.
that's what I feel like is gonna happen. But you never know, bro. I feel like Stars likes dragging shit out, so I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Well, I'm getting my hopes up. That shit better drop in December. I'm gonna be tight. I'm canceling my Stars subscription with something I'll never do.
Yeah, no cap. But yeah, man, this was fun. I appreciate you getting on with me. Definitely a good debate. I'm gonna clip this up. Try to have some of these clips up by tomorrow.
For sure.
All right, man. Oh, let me stop. Pause it.